Hi friends, welcome to Christmas in July, hosted by Krista from Krista's Crafty Life and Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY. Links to the host and the playlist will be in the description box. For this DIY, I have a ceramic snowman that I found at DollarTree, like maybe 2 holiday seasons ago. Some Ceramicoat Paradise, some very pretty light blue, and then just some apple barrel white paint. I don't have any white wax, but I want to get that white wax effect after this blue paint has dried and just brush on that white paint with a chippy brush. So I'm going to go ahead and just coat my snowman all in this beautiful light blue. I'm going to lighten this blue up just a little while it's still wet and mix in some of this white just to get more of a wintry light blue. And here he is, super simple DIY, but I think he turned out super adorable. Really loving this icy blue with the white accents. Let me know, what do you think of this little snowman? For this DIY, I've got praying tempera paint, black faux leather from Crafter Square, some of the pearl wrap in the silver, a buckhead image, reindeer image that I found online. I just did a generic search for free reindeer head, a wooden round. I found these in a pack of 10 to 12 on Amazon, but Dollar Tree certainly has these for $1.25. So what I want to do is get, instead of having this out of vinyl, I thought it'd be nice to have this faux leather. And so I'm going to get my piece traced out onto my faux leather. I want to stain my wood with this praying, and then I want to add some faux shiplap lines. And then once I have my image cut out in my faux leather, once I apply it to my wood, I'm going to use these as like tiny little nail head detail around the buckhead. But let's see how everything turns out. But in my mind, I'm thinking it would look nice to have some faux nail head around the leather. Okay, so now that this is dried, I'm going to add my buckhead, and then I should have enough space to add like Merry Christmas. So I'm going to use a combination of Aleene's Fabric Fusion and the tacky glue, and then I'll have to sit something on top of this that's heavy just to ensure that it sticks. So once I got my decals down, I go ahead and use my fix-all glue. You can find this at Dollar Tree. It's a permanent glue, and I just go in small sections, adding a little thin line, and then take a single strip of the diamond wrap that I've cut up. And I found that a toothpick is really helpful when you're using any sort of glue with little strips of this diamond wrap to get it pushed into place and around little curves and tight little spaces without getting a lot of glue onto your fingers. And once I was finished adding all of the diamond wrap, I just I realized that part of my R got ripped off. So it says Murphy and not Mary, but I do go back and correct that. And then I add a hanger on the back with just a simple piece of twine, hot glue, and a couple of pieces of cardboard to hold that twine down. And when I'm finished adding my hanger, I did make a simple twine bow, but I decided not to add a bow onto this. I like the kind of blingy nail head effect of the diamond wrap or the pearl wrap. So I decided that was enough. This piece didn't really need a bow, and I really love the way this turned out. I'd love to know, what do you think of this? For this DIY, I have a pack of wood ornaments from Dollar Tree, some transfer paste that I found on Amazon, and a couple of chalk couture transfers. So what I want to do is just make a double-sided ornament. So no matter which way it turns on the Christmas tree, the image will be able to be seen. Let's see, is that one going to be? This one is a little wider. I think that'll work. That's a bit wider. So I've got green, white, yellow, and red paste. Let's start with Peace on Earth. After each application of the transfer paste, I pull the transfer up just to ensure that the color has gone all the way through the mesh and it's not just sitting on top and gotten caked up and dry. And once the first side had thoroughly dried, I flipped it over and repeated basically the same steps for the second transfer, and I used almost all the same colors. So once the second side was dry, I just took this red and white yarn that I found at Dollar Tree, made a tiny bow, and glued this to the bottom of the piece on earth side, and added the piece of twine hanger that came in the package, and that was it for this reversible ornament. And here's a look back at the other 2 DIYs from this video. I hope you've enjoyed these 3 Christmas in July DIYs. Don't forget, there is a playlist. I'll have a link in the description box to both hosts and the playlist. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. I hope you have a wonderful July.